Hello guys, so let's try to make a new prediction for next week and see what happened last week. So we start with the S&P. This is the 4-hour chart, and the last prediction, again, let me open the pen. Every time I'll forget about where it is. So we last week start with this candle. So my last prediction was that the 450 and the 446 is no trade zone. If it's open above, it will definitely come down, and if it's open below, it will fall to the 435 and 6. And what's happened? Gap down, follow, test it, retest the 446, failed, retest the 438, 37, again up and down. So basically, push to the 50 Fibonacci level. You see here, this is the 437.38 is the 50 Fibonacci level here. So bounce up and down between the 38 and the 50, which means below it will try to come to the 180, which is the 432. Now, what is unique that you see that the Fibonacci level between the moving up is lying exactly with those key level I draw much earlier. You can check my latest video, and these lines are very old. So the 450 is the 23, and the 444, 43 is the 38, 438 is the 50, and the 432 is the 61, and below we are going down. So at the moment we are still not in, let's say, a longer term downtrend. It's just a correction of the price, and going down to the 50 or even the 60 retracement, this is considered a good retracement, bring back the buyers, but you need a confirmation. Now the confirmation came with those two green candles. This is a buying candle of buying power, which came in here, and probably for the longer term they will probably buy and average down the price in the 432. But the 435.80 for me is a key level for a downtrend, for a beginning of a downtrend. Every time the S&P touched the 435, it created a big push to the down, and you can see it here. A big volume came in here and rejected a couple of times, push up again, rejected, and bounce up, fail, bounce down, bounce, rejected, and again, and managed to push higher. So this is a key level. Even if I go much, let me check here, because this one is an old. Where is the 430? You can see it here, how it reacts. Again, here. So the very key level for the push to the downside, or pushing, or coming back to the upside again. So at Thursday, it was Thursday, we ended up again, basically nothing happened this week, just moving down 2%, and that's it, up, down, which means that probably because we closed below the 438.90, where we will push to the 435, retest it, and maybe even try to come like in a gap down and immediately pull to the 432.40 and retest it, and then maybe come higher. But at the moment, we are in a downtrend. But what you can see here, this is the momentum which I draw last week. I draw that it will push lower and then probably come higher. And what you see here, this is a divergence, which is a short continuation, which means we want to see it break below, and it will probably. And the buyers came in, and one which can see is something like this going. So we might see something like this going and retest it again. But just looking at the chart and not the algos, what it says, see that we are below the 200. This is a purple. This is, you see this line, this is purple, this is the 200 EMA. It turned to purple, and we are in the shorter term below the super trend. It's purple, and the longer term, the super trend, it became purple because it closed below the 444. So basically, see what happened when it's both of them turn. Here you can see below the 200, purple, and crashing down. And every time we will check it here, you can see it here moving down. And before, I think the price went above, but you can see it here. This is a small push to the downside. This is not below the 200, so just looking at it, the price will push lower. And if we want to see where it can push, this is the first push. Let's see something like here. Where is the upsides? Oh my god. Okay. So the 100%, 435, let's say 80, 138. This. So guys, this is the computers. This is the algo are basically following, and that's it. I can finish my prediction. I didn't do anything. I didn't even check the algo, what it's saying. And there you have, it's perfectly aligned with those key support, resistance, however you want to call. This is the algo lines I wrote, which is where are the buying power, sell pressure, and buying pressure. And basically what we're gonna have, I think it's a drop to the 432, even retest the 30, and then pushing up again to bring the short sellers in the game. And then in order to push higher, the S&P need the momentum of the short squeeze. So it needs to bring the short sellers with the option, with buying the stock, selling the stock, sorry. And at the moment, let's see the algo, it's basically the same, saying that some pressure. We have to be very careful from the 437. I don't want the price come below the 437, but it will, I think. So if it managed to not moving from the zone, even if the SPY open with a gap up, this is most likely a nice W shape, something like this. Now let me draw it much clearer. This is it. Sorry guys. And if it managed to hold this line, it can push up. But it seems that it won't. So I think it will make a fake break and close above the 435.80. I'm assuming it. It's not a prediction. And at the shorter term, it seems that it wants to fall much lower. Let me check if I have the history. Let's see. To the 432 area. So it will reach the 432. Find some support and buying pressure below. It can fall to the 23. Yeah, 23. So something like this. But below the 6180, it's a downtrend. This is a confirmation of downtrend, which means the SPY will reach again to the 420 and even the 460 zone. So those are key levels we wanna watch. And do I see an uptrend coming? It will have to push. It will have to push. I don't see any. I see some sort of a divergence to the upside, but it depends. It needs to hold the 437. It needs to hold this number, something, this area. If it's open below, it will fall down. The sellers came in the 440 and the buyers came in the 440. So this is the fight, and the buyers lost. So let's see what happened, because this is a short continuation and it's probably fall and do something like this, and then we see what happened. So this is for the SPY. You know what? Let's check much. This is the same, just daily. This is the daily, and see what happened with the daily. This is engulfing candle. This is a big engulfing candle. The buyers try to engulf and failed. So the price will fall down. They lost the fight. And the same goes, you watch it weekly and see what happened. This is a pin bar, which is a nice pin bar. And this is the shoulder. Sorry guys, this is a shoulder, head, and maybe another shoulder. This was a fake. So close below the 434, it can even fall to the 400. And my prediction was that there is a potential of the market. There is a potential of the market to fall to the 380, to touch the 40, because this is just a round number, and then to come back to the 380, and from there trying to build the push for the rest of the year. This is a very long term, and we have to see if it happens. So if we go to the Qs, we're probably gonna see the same thing. Qs, my prediction was it needs to touch the 334, and it is the leading indicator from the SPY, and it will. And see what happened there. Purple. So it will. And if we take the Fibonacci retracement here, and then this is a free one, and depends where you put it something like this. This is the low, even in pre-market. So not very long with the key level. And if we take, let's say, the Fibonacci retracement, this is where it is. Someplace here. You can see the 100, 334, 62, and then another key zone, and 330. So those are the key zone of the Qs. I think it will retest the 334. You can see it how it reacts a couple of times. So once, twice, break, move up, try to failed, rejected, managed to break. So you see it how many times it reacts as a support or resistance. So very interesting area. It definitely push here. Just need to open with a gap down, and that's it, to open at the market from the 334. And you can see what happened. The SPY also, and many stocks. Again, if we draw a line, red line from the indicator here, you can see what happened. Touches and failed. So should be a failure, and then something like this. You can see the short continuation much clearer. This is definitely a nice short continuation. It doesn't mean that it's gonna fail or drop or market crash, but you know what? Could be the beginning of the crash, because if it closes below, the next target is the 320 area, someplace here, near this Fibonacci. And if we check the Fibonacci level, we see that we are below. Where is the 50? We are below the 50, and we're gonna break the 6180. And if we break the 6180, the next target is 7860, and like here area, and this is a downtrend. This is a confirmation of a downtrend, which is not good. Not like to draw much, but you know what, where it is, I think this one. This is it. See what happened? It broke the fan of the Fibonacci, so definitely in a downtrend, guys, which means the market gonna fail. I don't know if it call it a crash, but try to bring the short sellers. Try to bring them, brought them here, failed, didn't took the bait, and didn't manage to shake them, and now it's gonna push to the next level. So Tesla, what happened with Tesla? Tesla again was a correct. We saw the break. We thought it's gonna be push up and then push down, but we saw the coming back to the 200 and even to the 950, and we're gonna get the 950, I think, and small move again, I think, to retest the 900, 910, something like this. Again, we will see it here. You can see the break, but this one, and even in the SPY, the momentum is positive with those candles. This is a buying. Those two greens are buying candles. So probably they will try to buy in the 910 and then push the stock up. But at the moment, for this week, I will look for a short option. So very short with Tesla. Let me check something. Wow. Yeah, it needs to fall a little bit further. Wow. Very interesting with Tesla. A little bit confused with it because the buyers came in the 988. The buyers came in. The sellers wasn't afraid from this move up or from this pressure, and you don't see the volume coming up. So this, which means that it's profit taking, just touching and at the 200. This is a profit taking. So I want to see another push down. It's below. It can move up to the 992 and even 995. But I want to see the break below. If you want a clear confirmation, you want to see the break below the 975. Here. You want to see it below, or because it can just pin it up and then bounce up, and the longer term super trend didn't become bubble, and the price is above the 200. So it means that Tesla has still power, not like the SPY or the Qs, which are below the 200. So be careful with Tesla. It like to fake. So I think it will push down and then push up. Yeah, for the longer term, the market will move up Tesla. So let's go to mRNA. Nice bounce from it. It's below, but you can see it's strong, super trend in the longer term. You can see its momentum is not really moving. So I need to enlarge, so make it much larger, and you can see it here. Yeah, let's do a free line coming up. So above, there is no divergence yet, no divergence. So it stopped here, which was good, because if it will give another green candle, it will definitely bring all the sellers to push it. So this is just profit taking of the buyers, which exactly before the divergence created. So it means here a nice volume with this candle. So now we will see the push again to test the 185. And let me see if I see something else. Yeah, above the 171. Wait for the 171 for a clear confirmation. And you want to be very, let's say, risky above the 165.40. 165.40. If you basically immediately enter, because it will try, I think, to do another push to the 165 and retest it and then push higher. But this is a long entry, which usually stock like to retest them, and you see it here, how it retests and then push higher. So I think on Monday at the beginning will open and goes up, and I think even with a big volume. Let's go to Facebook. Facebook is interesting. let me clear. Again, did the same. Still in. It's below the 200. It's this is a reversal, but the longer term it still didn't turn to purple. So I think it will try to bounce again and to come back. Let me just make it. See how it's so. There is no momentum in Facebook. Momentum is so weak. Even the candle are up, down, so choppy. But we know where it's going, which is nice. It was basically good trade here to take the break, retrace here, break here, failure. So if you took it here, if we see a green candle, this is a bounce and it will move up. We have to be careful because the momentum, the stochastic is below zero. It's below the 50 line. There is a small divergence here. This is a small divergence, which means short continuation. But I think if Facebook will fail, and the Qs need to fail, and the SPYs also seem it can open with a gap up and then push higher. This is the trick I think the market will do. Will open with gap down, push up. All the short sellers will wait for the push up to re-enter with a failure, and then the buyers will come in and push the market higher even. Because again, see what let's draw. This is again, this is at the 50 level. And when those lines are aligned with my key level, mean that it can push here to the 61 and then push higher, which are still a valid retracement. So it doesn't mean a crash, just retrace, profit taking, and then coming back up. So hope it will gap down and immediately come up. And if we take the extension and we go something like this, so let's see what happened. Oh my god. And I didn't see it, but you saw it with me. And if we go to this line, no. So I bet it will make come down to the the 61. Let me clear. It will come down here, and then we can see the buying pressure coming, pushing up and up. This is with Facebook. Computer high. Our crypto. Let's see what happened with the crypto. Let's smaller. Again, moving between the 22 and the 32, which is nice, but it closed below. We knew that we closed to and come back to the 20 to retest it. Again, not clear divergence here. The momentum is weak. The stochastic is weak. There is no volume, not interesting. So I will wait. I will wait to see what happened with the Mara stock. Because see how it's resting on the, let's say 21, the 20, yeah, the 21. Let's see what happened, because the buy pressure came here, in here. This is a buying pressure. So if they want to hold this line, they will re-enter, and above the 22.70, all the short sellers will try to cover and push up the prices. If right doing something similar. Basically, yes. Check this again. 1, 2, 3. This is the algo I wrote. This is the next level if it wanted to touch. And this one has a short continuation. You could see it here, short continuation. And yeah, but see the momentum. This is what worries me. The momentum is moving up, which means it's trying to find to re-enter the short sellers into bad position to try to take them out in the push-up. So something like this, but the momentum is down. This is not good. If we check, let me get smaller. If we do this one, we are below the 78. This is a downtrend, which means we're gonna break the down. And if we take in some retracement, not good. This is not so good. It's not good for Riot. You know what? I need to check the algo. Maybe I do it later. But this one is not good. It broke, and let's take some. Yeah. And push. It's in a big downtrend. And yeah, you see, this is the 50. It's way below. It's in a big downtrend. So, what? Riot? You check again, Mara. Sorry, guys. Does it mean that it will fall down? It's good. Need to break. Try to break. Seems like it wants to reach to the 20, bring the buyers, but will it go much lower? Because below the 20, it will reach to the 50, which is not good. I will follow it, because if it breaks, it will fall down very fast. What else we gonna check? Let's see. You know what? Let's go to gold. See what happened there. I wanted to check the popular ETF, the banking, see what happened there, because the bank starts to report. So this is a break, not good, which means gold moving up. Momentum is up. You could see it here. I mean, any move to the downside bring the buyers back in with a divergence, but this is a small divergence. So just moving up here, moving up, which means red candle, even gap down, and immediately coming up to the 186 again, which means the market will move down. And let's see. I'll follow Oxy just for the see what happened. This is the break. Still some powerful long. This is a long flag, a bullish flag. We knew that it will try to fake the break and failed. And this is another small flag. This is a big flag, which means another attempt. I think it will push higher. And you can see it much clearer here. This is what I think the SPY and the Q will do. They broke and they will come down to the trend and then will move up again. And I think it will do it. So any push to the downside, I think face a buyers coming up. And so this is with Oxy, Apple. Even though I never trade, I think never trade Apple, maybe once, I don't know. Again, move to the downside. This is 50, then goes down to the 60, and from there pushing up. This is started to be purple, which is not good, means falling down. So to conclude, let's come back. This is it. It's coming back to the 435. I think even with the gap down, and even try to reach to the 430. And if it failed this week to hold the 430, it's the beginning of I don't know, I want to call it a crash, another 5%, even 10% down, and even the buyers will definitely going back and started to wait to the 400, even the 380. Definitely in the longer term. So, but this week, downtrend, trying to bounce, trying to bring the buyers. Trade a little bit careful, even though that it seems simple, because the market and the algo will try to fake break and fake the reversal. So careful on that, even though it seems easy. It can immediately fall down. You can miss, if you are a scalper or day trader, you can miss your entry with a big move to the downside. So don't have a FOMO. You will have plenty of reversal. So to conclude, move to the down, reversal from the 61. Put in an eye on the 78 for several stocks to see how it reacts, especially Mara, Riot, cryptos, gold. If I see it open with a gap up, it will give indication of the market moving down. Follow the cues, which is a leading indicator at the moment, and see how it goes. So thank you guys. Have a good trading week, and see you guys later.